Top of the morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Grass Valley Podcast. My name is Ryan.
And I'm Nathaniel.
And we got a very special guest today and one of my big brothers. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my brother.
Brodie Farber.
How's it going, Brodie?
I'm doing well, man.
I'm stoked to have Brodie on the podcast. Yeah, man. First of all, back in the day, because I've known Brodie my whole life, and I remember back in the day, I used to look up to Brodie, like, no matter what was going on. I remember a time, he was always a stud and always had all the girls and stuff. So I remember going over to his mom and dad's house when you had that checkered, you lived in the basement with the checkered floor.
Yeah, black and white checkered.
Yeah, dude, it was
walls.
the sickest bedroom I've ever been in, period, still to this day.
I had a half-stack amp.
Yeah.
And would shake the house.
You had brass knuckle rings on and shit.
Probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Oh, that was a fun time. Me and your brother Blaine, we terrorized the whole Kmart everywhere, stole CDs. Remember he got
caught once.
Yeah. Yeah, man, good times. And me and him got super drunk and we're rollerblading. And I fell down a hill.
I wouldn't tell people that. But.
Broke my arm, and he had to carry me.
Oh, really?
All the way back to your guys' house.
Shit.
The Victorian house, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, welcome, Brodie Farber. This guy right here, ladies and gentlemen, you probably already know a lot about him, but you're going to learn a lot more about him today. And we got some really amazing shit to tell you. So let's get into this. I wrote some notes down. You've taught me a lot. I was a little bummed when my son stopped like getting interested or whatever and being lazy about stuff. He ended up doing football, but he was training with you for a quick second, and that was pretty awesome. But he didn't continue on. I wanted to get over there and actually train with you myself. There's some people that I want to fight legally
Yeah.
and do it the right way, and challenge them to that in like a ring.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Stay out of trouble.
Yeah, and just, you've taught me a lot about health, hygiene. So we're going to get into all this stuff. How about this? How about we tackle this? My brother Brodie is the only man in this town that I know that's ever made it to the UFC.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's an accomplishment
awesome.
right there. I know you, and you're a humble guy, so it's not like that big of a deal. But to me, it's like, that's an accomplishment.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And all the hard work and training all over across the world. And tell us a little bit about that, like when you started. Because I remember, like, I don't even remember what happened. I think I started getting in trouble, but I didn't even know where you went or what you did. But when did you start getting into fighting and training?
So I started really getting into the training. I had went the same thing, kind of getting in a lot of trouble as well as a teenager. I moved to the East Coast to kind of finish high school. I couldn't really go to school here anymore.
Yeah.
Just got kicked out of all the schools. Went out there and just really kind of locked in. I lived with my aunt, and we didn't have a TV at the house. We didn't have anything. And I remember I went out there and I bought like a weight set, and I bought heavy bags, and I bought a speed bag, and I just read, I remember I had a box at the end of the year. It was like 80 books in that year that I read. And I would just train every day, and I just got super locked in. And then when I came back, I was just going to school, working. I was lifting weights like pretty crazy, like a few hours a day.
You did that earlier, like back in like high school. Like I remember you were always working out back when I first met you too.
It was more towards the end of high school.
Yeah. But you were getting into that though.
Yeah. That's when I was like really, really getting into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I lifted weights for a few years, and I just was trying to actually wanted to box.
Yeah.
And there was no place to box around here.
No. Is there still? There isn't.
So there was there was the one gym in town that I think changed ownership. And I don't know if it's just more cardio or if it's serious. I know that I don't know how high the level is, but the closest place was, I think, Sacramento. With the Twitchels, Logan and all that.
Logan shots out Logan Twitchell.
Yeah. So I remember, I think I asked them, and they're like, well, his brother's in Sac. And I was like, well, it's too far to go and train every day. Mm-hmm. And there was a little spot at the gymnastics place that had like a judo guy. It was Jay Perry. It was Jim Powers. It was the guys from Marin Noble's kickboxing and Roseville would come down. There was just like a lot of kind of mix of different guys, and I really started training there. And just instantly I was like, okay, this is what I want to do.
Heck yeah.
And so it was just like, I did as much as I could there. But it's just, you can only go so far with a small group. So I moved down to San Diego and just really started, training a lot from there.
And meeting more people too. I've seen you training with like some famous real deal people out there.
Oh, everybody. Yeah. When on the fight
shit.
team, it was everybody at the time. It was like, and same thing, we're in North County Fight Club. So we had a huge group of guys, a lot of UFC heavyweights, middleweights, all down the, and then there was gym down in Chula Vista who had the same management. We used to cross train, and there was just a lot of different gyms that you could go. Because back in the day, you kind of had to search out the singular arts a lot more. Now there's like MMA gyms. But for me, it was like, okay, I go to a boxing gym. That was just straight boxing. And I went to a Muay Thai gym. That was just, and then I go to a jiu-jitsu gym and you go wrestle. Like I went to Sierra College to wrestle just to help MMA.
You basically had to work hard just to work hard.
So you had to kind of like piece everything together.
Yeah.
It wasn't until later on in my career that they had like an MMA training gym where we kind of combined everything.
Totally.
So it was really just kind of piecing everything, and it was a lot of just traveling, going to different gyms and working from there.
Yeah, man. I've seen lots of times of you training out. Where'd you go again? Not Thailand. Was it Thailand?
Yeah,
Thailand.
I've had like, if you look at my past, I probably got 20 trips to Thailand or something. I've got probably a couple years in country, that place, because I used to go for an easy month at a time, even longer, just stay out there and train, do fight camps out there. I went out there last year. It was the first time I'd been in like, I think I went in 2018, and then I went last year. But before that, I was out there all the time. I was out there 3-4 months a year.
Yeah, yeah. Were you still living at that spot, or you lived in a different spot that you came back to? Or was that San Diego?
I lived in San Diego.
Okay.
So in 2003, I moved to San Diego, and then when COVID hit and all the fucking craziness and all the bullshit, I was like, fuck this. I'm not doing this. Sold everything, and I moved to Mexico.
Oh, that's right.
I had no plan of coming back to the States.
So how was Mexico, man?
Mexico was amazing. It was the spot.
Where in Mexico were you?
I was in Puerto Escondido. It's like pretty south on the Pacific side.
Yeah.
Pretty close to Guatemala. It was amazing because it was like the world was the same there. Like it was so insane here. I couldn't fathom that everyone went along with everything. It was like, I'm not participating in this. Like, I'm not wearing a fucking mask. I'm not following these rules. And so
it's a joke. It's common sense that you knew something was just not right about it.
It was insane to just watch the world just fold and
fall in line.
And just, like it did. It just made me, it still has completely changed how I look at people. Like, I overall had a lot, maybe higher regard for people in general, and intelligence of everybody, and ability to I'm like, fuck, I'm a fucking cage fighter with tattoos on my head and fucking gold teeth and shit. You guys can't see how fucking stupid this is. And just so many people just fell in line and fell for it and stuff. Dude. So we just went down there and just lived our life. And we only kind of accidentally ended up here. We were actually moving to North Africa. We were going to move to Morocco.
Whoa.
And so kids' passports only have 5 years, and you usually, like a lot of countries, you need 6 months to get in. So me and my daughter, we were in Mexico for about a year. We came up to go to San Francisco to get an emergency passport, because same thing, the passport, anything that was with the government agencies was completely fucked up at the time.
Yeah.
So I found a loophole. We had to book the tickets and then cancel them. So emergency passport, and then by the time it was time to leave, same thing, our flights got canceled again because there was another outbreak, and we were supposed to stop in Canada. Jeez. And there was just craziness again. And my daughter hadn't been to school in a couple of years, and it was
yeah, man, that's rough.
I put her in Mount St. Mary's and I was just like, hey, we're gonna be here until June when the school year ends, and then we're out of here again.
Yeah, I actually remember you kind of recently saying that when she was at the School of the Arts.
Yeah, she went to
law
school. You guys
almost left recently.
Yeah, I have a hard time. Yeah, I've kind of, I might
be bouncing. I really want to commend you, Brodie, for all that you've been through too. For those who don't know, and this may be personal, but your daughter's mother's passing, you being stepping up for your daughter in a way that is incredible, man. And that's big. And all the things you're going through, it's like, that's big. And teaching her the right things,
Yeah. Well, that was the big thing too. I'm not going to sit with her in San Diego and be sad and like, and not in a sad in a bad way, but like just the overall vibration of the world, and everybody was just angry, and it was like,
yeah.
You can't even go surf or go to the beach. And I live in San Diego, and you get
wild.
an $800 ticket for going and surfing or something.
My God.
Like,
and out there, it should be like COVID free, right? In those salty waves, like
yeah, it's the best thing. It's the vitamin D. It's everything. It's like to be healthy. No, just go sit inside, be super unhealthy, be scared, and all this stuff. And it's just like
whack.
Yeah, I just wanted to show her, like, the same thing. She's not going to be able to heal locked in a house with everybody just pissed off. So it was like, hey, we're going to go sit on the beach for a year and just do what we can and get away from this fucking bullshit.
Yeah, good for you, man. Yeah, you got to step up and go for it and do the right thing and, you know, be brave. That's one thing I encourage people to do, you know?
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, so after Mexico and after all that, man, I mean, take us to the fights maybe, or when you finally got to, how did you finally get into the UFC? You already had a bunch of fights under, well, he already had a bunch of fights under his belt. What was that under? Like, you were fighting?
So there was, I think I had my first pro fight in about 2000. So we used to go down to Tijuana and down to Mexico and do a lot of fights down there.
I've seen you knock some, you got to see some of these, bro.
So that was kind of where I kind of cut my teeth per se, like really, you know, started doing a lot of fights. And by the time I got to UFC, I probably had over 20 something pro fights or something. Crazy. It's hard to say. I know I finished with 46.
Yeah.
In between that was MMA, boxing, and like kickboxing, Muay Thai.
That's crazy.
And, but it was actually, I think it was 2008. So remember how they used to have that show, The Ultimate Fighter?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that was like a big deal. Like if you got on The Ultimate Fighter, you got made. Like they took care of you. Like you finally got some money. Like nobody was making money back then. Maybe like Chuck Liddell and a couple people. But so like I got to a point and they invited me to go try out for the show. So I remember I flew to Vegas. We were there all week. And it was like me and a group of guys, and they kind of let us know that this season was going to be different. If I remember correctly, I think it was season 8, so it was pretty early.
Okay.
And so it was like we went through everything. We went through medicals. Like you either each day you got $150 underneath your hotel room, or you got a ticket home. So it was like, by the time they paid for like you had all the interviews with Spike TV, you had all the, and then it was like, okay, we got the group that we want. And we're going to do, you got to do the brain scans and the blood tests and all this stuff. And so it was like, but then Spike TV and all them, they got to see, they kind of want to put these different fish in a fishbowl and, you know, and shake it up because it's still entertainment. So it's like, we want an angry one, a quiet one, a fucking black one, a white one. And there was always a thing too that we joked about. Like if anyone wants to say they're gay, they'll put you right on the fucking show. Like, everyone's like, they want that drama. They want like the first gay fighter on the show or whatever. And it was like,
publicity, whatever, all the fake shit.
So it got though, like, and we had to sign contracts. We couldn't talk about it. And then we had to just wait.
I already see Brodie just being like, fuck this.
But we had to wait. And so it was like, I waited like months, but I was like, I'm going to get on the show and I'm going to be in super good shape. And then they called me and were like, hey, so you're an alternate. And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, well, we can't really tell you what's going on, but you're an alternate. So we might call you like in a week. So it was the first season where you just showed up and you had to fight to get on the show. So no one knew that that's how it was. It was like, you just show up the first day and it's like, okay, you two, winner's on the show.
Damn.
And pretty rough, especially if you didn't know this and you didn't come in like super tight and shape.
I don't even know this story. This is giving me the chills, bro.
And so no one got hurt or they didn't make it through, so I didn't end up on the show. So remember, I called my manager and I was like, hey, I need to fight right now. I'm in shape. And I went and did a fight. Remember, I went and did a fight. I went and got tattooed. And then I was contemplating having corrective eye surgery. So my vision had started to get a little bit bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And I was like, well, this is perfect time for me on the show. So I went and had eye surgery. And you're supposed to take like a month off and not train or anything. And it ended up being, for some fucking dumb reason, I ended up taking like 6 or 7 months off. And I hadn't stepped foot in the gym. And I was actually up here visiting. And I got a call from the manager and they were like, hey, you got to fight in a month in the UFC if you want. You need to get back down here and start training. So I just went back and trained for the month and ended up.
That's fucking badass,
crazy.
bro. That's fucking dope. Excuse my language, ladies and gentlemen. I'm working on my cussing, but anyways, that is big, bro. And I don't know, like I said, you're a humble guy, but to me, that's crazy because I know you, and you went to the UFC and you how many? You had like how many fights?
Only 2 in the UFC.
2.
So yeah.
Okay, so you think you'll ever want to get back involved and try to get back out there
And fight?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm too old for that now.
Okay.
I mean, really, like, I always had set in my mind that 35 was kind of my out, or if I got knocked out, I'd be done. Because you don't want to stick around too long. You don't want to be one of those guys like...
What if we started some kind of like we got on gloves around town and like people settled stuff the right way and like it was all legit?
I think that would be awesome to do and to watch and
Under
everything.
Grass Valley, like the Grass Valley pit or,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. If you really got to do it, you squash it here. And then some people could maybe make a sport out of it.
I think it would be awesome to have like backyard beefs or whatever.
Yeah.
I think there's one. I think it's great for...
Like something, yeah, for the squash beef, but like actually like for people to go, okay, so shouts out to, what is it, the T5 boxing or whatever?
Yeah, that's the one to tell you.
Okay,
yeah.
so like if they have guys or whatever that wanted to get involved and other people wanted to stop getting in trouble or get involved, like Mark Bowden's trying to get kids into drifting or whatever, like all those types of good positive things for people to get into, that'd be cool to start something here, you know what I mean? So I don't know if people like the sound of that or that idea, but...
So I like it, but there's the whole weird legality of it. Like there used to be back in the day, there was tons of smokers. Like you would just, because I had a gym in San Diego, just be like, okay, Saturday we're doing a smoker. And then you have all the gyms, they show up, and you try and evenly match as best as possible.
Oh, okay.
But it's like now with everybody suing and legality.
Yeah.
And the truth of a fight, most of the time...
Can everybody just show up and sign waivers and stuff?
They can, but it's hard. And it's like, who wants to put their neck out there? And then the property and
remember, I was locked up, but all you, your brother Blaine, Colin, my brother Colin, and everybody, I was probably one of the only people that Josh Armstrong, everybody was fighting out there. Remember that?
Oh, in San Juan. I think my brother fought someone out there. I think
did.
Armstrong. Maybe.
Yeah, Armstrong. Yeah, they fought. Yeah. Colin and Anthony Will fought. Okay. Colin got disqualified for like headbutting Will or something like that.
So there's even a crazier one that people talk about sometimes. So there was a guy that I trained with that was probably 4 or 5 years younger. Maybe not, because I was only like 21. I think he was in high school, so a few years younger. And his name was Chaz. And for his senior project, he set up fights and had it at the fairgrounds. And it went off without a fucking hitch.
That's
Did you guys,
cool.
do you remember this?
I've never even heard of that.
So it was at the building. So this is probably like around 2000, give or take, maybe 2001 or something, legitimately for a senior project. And people came in and it was just like, you're close enough. Do you want to fight? You want to fight? I ended up reffing it. And it was like, people got fucked up, but no one got seriously hurt. And it didn't get shut down. It went the full time. Like there wasn't any crazy fights in the audience. It went off pretty good. People just fought, they handled it, and went on with their ways. But for a fucking senior project,
that's cool.
He legitimately had a cage fight without a cage at the fairgrounds, and it was pretty crazy.
As much as violence and all that shit sucks, like if there was a situation, okay, for like that situation that just happened with the beat down or the racist or the Brunswick boys or whatever it was called.
I've been seeing that online.
Like if there's issue, because I did find out more info about it, and there was a reason why I guess those guys went after that guy. Not like just it was some random act. Like
it wasn't. No, that's the thing. That guy I think is a fucking pedo.
Yes.
And they beat him up. That's the thing. I don't
want to say too much, but yeah, you probably know more than me.
Allegedly, the guy's a fucking pedo. He's got all these list of charges. So that's what the thing that sucks is, and a lot of people have to watch out. Like I have a good friend, his cousin ended up going to prison for a hate crime because he got in a bar fight and he called the guy a faggot. And he ended up being gay. But that's not why he's calling him a faggot. People don't realize that's just how people fucking talk sometimes. Like you just say that. It doesn't mean necessarily that. And same thing, I saw those videos and people are saying, oh, it's a hate crime and all this stuff. No, what it was is that guy was probably a fucking pedo and got his ass beat. And then the other videos that I saw, it's just kids. They fucking, the language and the music that they use, that's what it's a bunch of fucking white kids beating up white kids, but they're using certain language, so they think it's a fucking hate crime. It's not.
Yeah, I'm hearing all these kids saying the N-word a lot, like with the, and it's gross. Like, I know, man, the whole rap thing. So right there, when people listen to rap and you're feeling your brain, I'm even guilty of this right here. I'm you guys know, it sucks. But just like we were talking about art and this and that, and I'm glad you brought that up because I'm not sticking up for anything like that or what went down. But there is two sides to it, and you can't, the way that they did it in the internet, where they're just like, boom, like you were saying earlier, like, oh, Brunswick boy terrorizing the town.
Yeah.
Like terrorizing the town. Actually, if you really want to know the truth, they were trying, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to just stay out of that. But I hate how people smut things or make things all lies.
It's just like
dramatic.
the fucking
Leave a
media
bunch of
all
stuff
over
out.
the world.
I'm just saying how everybody blows things up with lies.
Yeah.
Let's keep the truth. Let's keep it right on the fine line. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they do it for money, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, no, it really is.
Well, anyhow, the fighting, like, so those two, or if there's situations in this town, you know what I mean, before they go do something like that and get charges and they're all in the jail and they're disturbing all of our peace and wrapping us all up in their drama, they could take it to this little fighting ring, maybe put on the gloves and do it the right way, sign some waivers. And then other people could do it for fun. Oh, these two crazy, our brothers over here want to scrap it out.
See, that's what we do. Yeah, that's what we did for years. Yeah. How many of my good friends, we fucked each other up in the gyms for years.
We're
All my closest
wild.
friends are
We
training
got crazy
partners.
energy. You got to get that out, and you can't go do it in the wrong way.
Yeah. No, it's true. I'm for it. It's just how the world is and stuff.
Yeah.
It's hard to pull off. And anybody, if you own something and then you're trying to like facilitate a place for people to do that, it's kind of hard.
Totally.
It's just like the drifting stuff,
It's
too.
just a thought to keep people from doing things the wrong way or whatever, you know.
Yeah, totally.
But okay, so back to you, brother. Like I said, that's impressive. One of my big bro made it to the UFC. That's fucking an accomplishment right there. And another thing is, like, ever since you've been back, you set up your little gym in there, you know. And if I want to get back over there with you, and myself, my son's in football, whatever. I want to start running my Manning Canyon that you just drove up.
Yeah,
which I do. And my lungs are starting to like die, but I'm getting better. I'm breaking them up. But I want to start training and get in shape. You know,
should get Dublin back into it because I've never gotten into fighting or jiu-jitsu, but anyone I see get into jiu-jitsu, it changes their life for the better.
just going over there with Brodie and hitting the pads and stuff, and then doing some workouts, getting in shape, and then you can start to learn stuff because you got to start.
Yeah.
You know, you got to start from the
All
very
I did
scratch.
was Kuk Sul Won in Nevada City.
What is that?
You don't
It's
know
the,
better
like,
sometimes.
Korean
Like,
martial art.
yeah, back in the day especially, there's some people still fall for it, but there's a lot of kind of like bullshit ones that, you know, you do a lot of forms and it's weird stuff, and it's usually some like middle-aged guy with a ponytail that's kind of fat. And he's like, well, if I touch you a certain way, you'll die. And it's like, bro.
And they're taking your money too.
Yeah, no one's buying it anymore, but I mean, some people do. But
Yeah.
it's I mean, that's kind of all got somewhat exposed with the UFC.
Steve, you just named Steven Seagal, didn't you?
I mean, yeah, he's one of them. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of those guys out there, but
That's hilarious.
yeah, it is what it is. You need to practice things at full speed.
Yeah,
so
totally.
If you're not
Yeah.
practice at full speed, it's not going to work.
Well, you're living proof. And that's another thing with all the topics we've been having. Like, you got to stay on it. Like this little girl author, amazing, just like following her dreams, about to turn her books into like movies one day.
cool. That's really cool.
You know, and like all your hard work and your discipline, look where it took you. You know what I mean? You've been all over the world. And okay, so what about? Didn't you do like, what is that? What would you call it? Like not secret service, secret security jobs, like.
Yeah, I did some stuff and some
me.
training and stuff through
Yeah.
different companies.
Yeah. You ever think about doing something like that?
Yeah, but as like we mentioned earlier, I'm the only parent, so if
Yeah. True that.
if that's kind of if something happens to me over there, I actually just got. I was talking about going to Gaza and working out there, which is pretty high pay, but it's same thing. It's like one bad day, and then
I don't even know how this man Brodie's still you're single right now, bro. You know, you'll have like, you're probably just picky like me, huh?
Yeah, and especially it changes.
Yeah, and it's not about shopping for someone for you. You're shopping for someone for your daughter too.
I mean, that's important as well.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, gotta all work out like that.
So do you think you'll stay here for now, or you said you might move?
I don't know, man. I've been getting the itch.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like, it's hard because I do like a lot of things here, but it's it's hard in some ways for me to be here. So I don't know. I need to, honestly, I'm kind of at a point, I need to decide which way I'm going to go pretty quick here.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to talk about it too much, but I could be making a big change here pretty quick. So.
And so how's your daughter, like, she'll probably go with you, or do you think she'll stay?
Of course.
Okay,
yeah. I mean, who else is she going to go with?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, man, I sure do love the whole Farber family from your mom. I remember one day your mom, I was at Sierra Mountain chasing this kid, Monty, and I was going to get him.
Yeah.
And I slipped right there in the beginning in the lawn, and right there's like a row of rocks, and I was about to hop it, but I slipped, and one of the rocks gouged me from my leg all the way to the bone. You could see my bone just hanging out.
Oh, man.
So Officer Van Netten raced me to the hospital in this cop car hella quick. Mm-hmm. And then your mom like came to visit me in the hospital and sat there with me. And,
that's cool.
Well, I got my stitches. And your dad's a badass. I'm going to try to get him on the podcast too.
Yeah, he likes to talk. So.
Yeah, he'll have some awesome
he
stories.
He might take over.
So what else, man? What else you been getting into? You been hunting and?
Yeah, hunting is definitely a big part of my life, and it's the season. So deer hunting, turkey hunting, bear hunting. That's one thing I do like about being around here. But that season's kind of coming toward the end. Still got some bird hunting to do.
What about have you ever been out of in the country, like gone hunting like in Africa, or gone hunting to do any of that? You might.
So I haven't. I have kind of mixed feelings about it. So in a lot of other countries, if you go hunt, you can't take the meat with you.
Yeah.
So I think New Zealand is the only one that you can possibly take the meat, but
you get a killer whale there.
Yeah, but then you got to just shipping and stuff. So to like go to Africa, it's a lot of money to just go. You're gonna shoot something. You're gonna give the meat away to tribe. It's gonna get used. Actually, money goes to a good cause.
That's
and then
cool.
It's like to taxidermy
You get to
something.
eat some of it though, right?
Oh yeah, while you're there.
Yeah, while you're there.
Yeah, I have a good friend that goes there a lot. I think Morgan, who has the flooring store. He went recently. I was talking about it. It seemed pretty cool.
Morgan Young.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Morgan.
Yeah.
I've known him since we were like little babies.
Yeah.
Luke Savoy.
Shout out Luke.
Savoys.
I know Luke.
Yeah, shout out the Savoys and the Morgans, man.
Yeah, super good guy, good family.
Yeah,
and,
great family.
Yeah, he did a pretty cool hunt out there. And my buddy Justin has
Where at did he go?
I don't know
I saw
exactly,
the pictures.
but somewhere in Africa.
He got like a wildebeest or something.
Yeah, it's usually like you get. Yeah, my buddy just sent me pictures.
Yeah, I saw those.
He got some crazy shit.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
I saw some pictures.
Cool.
I went into the door store, I think, and I think there was some pictures of him in there with like some crazy, like a wildebeest. I don't know, what else did he get?
I don't even know what they're hunting out there. Lions and tigers. Not tigers.
You'd be surprised what they eat. The tribes eat a lot of monkey too.
I've heard that. That's
They
kind
just
of
boil them in a pot.
Yeah.
Everything. They don't even really take nothing out.
Yeah,
eat the brains like
Got
an
the
Indiana
babies
Jones.
right out of a sizzling pot. Just the babies eating intestines, and I watch that stuff. It humbles me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard you're not supposed to eat a monkey. It's too close to our DNA.
Oh, dude.
But I don't
Tell
know.
Try telling them that.
I mean, they can do what they want, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that
Seems a little weird.
I would not try it if I was there with them. I would try other things, but I would not try the monkey.
Yeah, I think that's off the menu for me as well.
Yeah.
What about dog or horse?
Nope. I would not ever eat a dog. And
I don't think
I would eat a horse.
Yeah, I think I might
If
try
I had
horse.
if I had to, my buddy Max, shouts out to Max. He'd eat a horse too. He's yeah. That was an episode of Smartsville, but yeah.
You said he dated a horse?
Yeah, probably that too. He'll be on that soon. So yeah, a horse. I don't know what kind of meat would you think that'd be like.
Well, they eat it in a lot of other countries in
They do.
Europe. Amsterdam, I know horses. There was one UFC kickboxer, Alistair Overeem, who was just juiced to the gills at one point. I don't know if you know who he is, but he looked like a fucking superhero.
Yeah.
And he used to try and say it was because he ate horse meat.
You know what? He might be right.
A little
you are
bit.
what you eat, bro.
But
Dude,
no,
I
he was.
swear to God, this was sound crazy, but I was watching people at the grocery store, and I seen people getting
Like that lady looks straight up like a bag of chips.
I'm not joking. Looked like piggish, cowish. This guy was getting chicken, and he looked chicken, like a skinny little chicken, you know? And he's talking about this big old dude that's all strong that eats horse. I mean, come on now.
Seems like it might be not worth it because the horse can do work around the yard for you.
I mean, you see the people that only eat vegetables.
Yeah.
They look pretty frail.
They look horrible.
They look kind of like a vegetable, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not
Stick of
dissing
broccoli.
nobody. I'm just saying. I
Fuck
know.
those vegans.
Yeah. I eat.
Fuck those people.
I eat all of it. I love food. The only thing I hate, and I mean I hate, is Miracle Whip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should have
it's
never
pretty-
created
pretty
Miracle Whip.
disgusting. It's coming out more and more too that it's just like meat is good for you.
It is 100%.
Oh, dude,
Proteins.
come
Yeah, it's the
on.
building blocks of life.
Once you
Yeah.
take a bite of some bloody tri-tip, it trickles down your throat, and your brain, you're like,
And the next day you feel good, full of energy.
I feel good right when I
Oh, yeah,
swallow
right
a bite.
Yeah, totally.
I just had some tri-tip last night, and I feel better this morning, brother.
Yeah.
I got some good rest.
No, people eat
might
too
go on a
much
run.
carbs and sugar in this country. It's why everyone's fat and unhealthy.
Yeah. No, it's a staple.
Oh, don't get him started. That's what we want to hear. Tell us more about like your diet and how, because you were just eating like fruit and meat, right?
My diet has
Changed since then?
well, it depends on what I'm doing. Am I
Yeah.
trying to get bigger? Am I trying to get smaller?
Or if it's calling, your body's calling for more of
Foods.
this and more of that.
Yeah, and plus I'm so used to like I train every day, everything. So it's like I can get away with eating shit if I want.
Yeah.
But my just routine is I focus on protein.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing. I make sure I get a certain amount of protein in the day. And the other food, like the proteins, the building blocks, the carbs, the energy,
Yep.
and same thing. So it's like, I mean, what's available, what I got to do. But the only thing I really worry about is the amount of protein that I
Yeah.
get in a day.
Yeah. So he had hooked me up some of his, like a pound of his deer meat in these little packages. I'd come home and literally
nice.
cook that up, put just a little salt and pepper, and eat that whole thing with a fork. Like, just nothing else.
Yeah.
You know? And I'd feel way better than if I made it into some hamburger helper or like new, you know. Seriously.
Yeah.
And then I was on your diet. I copied you for a minute. And I was just eating like fruit and oranges. Or like I'd eat the fruit and then I'd eat the meat because isn't that fruit like help it so you don't get like, you know,
Scurvy.
the runs or whatever. Like,
I mean, you can. Well, it depends. I mean, the only thing when people talk about like full carnivore diet, the only thing you might not get is maybe like vitamin C and stuff. So
Yeah.
I like to try different extremes just to
Yeah.
see how I feel, and then you can recommend them, and then you kind of break them down. And I did the carnivore for a while, but every week I would have like a huge thing of orange juice, or
Yeah.
grapefruit juice, because I was worried a little bit about the vitamin C. But yeah, it just kind of depends on what you want to do at the time.
yeah, just like when I take a bite of tri-tip and feel that protein intake, you know what I mean? That blood, you know, it's like the same with the orange juice. Immediately, and coming from an alcoholic, like not drinking beer all the time and drinking a glass of orange juice, you drink a glass of orange juice, you feel that vitamin C bless you and your eyesight, and you know, your skin feels tighter and healthier. So yeah, you got to have your vitamin C. And then I've been taking my vitamin B12 little chewables for energy because I was just drained. Like I have no energy.
I would do the shots if you can.
The
Just get
shots?
that instead. Yeah.
Okay.
Do the shots.
Yeah,
And
you
you can-
got me getting those protein things down at Costco, folks. Like, if you're on the go and you're not getting that protein in you, don't get the organic ones though. But you could go to Costco and get those the Orgain.
Orgain, they are organic.
Oh, they are
Yeah.
or Orgain, but they're
You just
the,
said not the vegan ones.
not
you got
the
the
vegan
vegan
one.
one. And you got,
Okay.
Yeah, I messed up the first time I got the vegan one, and I gave those away and went
Yeah.
back and got the right ones.
I went to Costco night before last. I drink usually about 2 of those a day to make sure I get the protein requirement because it's about like 60 grams and it's
Yeah.
hard to eat 200.
I'm becoming
250
like
grams.
all muscle, dude. I don't have that beer belly fat on my stomach. People are like telling me I'm skinny and this and that's. Like, yeah, because I'm not drinking a 12-pack or a 30-pack
Yeah.
of beer every day, dummy.
Yeah.
You know, I lost my beer belly, my fat dad bod because no woman's cooking for me out here,
Change
no
your
family,
hormones, everything.
everything, yeah.
And then if you're not working out at all, it just goes straight to your belly.
Oh, and if you don't run or exercise or work out, your body basically will just wither away and you will be drained. you go work out or run, you'll have more energy. Like, oh, this coffee, man. I noticed when I switched to decaf, that coffee was draining me. It wasn't giving me energy. It was taking energy from me.
It also depends a lot on when you drink it. So you don't want to drink it. A lot of people get in the mode of drinking it right when they wake up. Your cortisol is high, the adenosine spikes, so it kind of it blocks things. You should wait at least like an hour and a half.
Breakfast, wake up,
let your cortisol drop, let the other things go.
get some food in your belly.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that's so what you just said is so important, folks. Because if I drink the coffee before I do that, I ain't doing that. I am not having a breakfast, and I'm not going to feel good come lunch, and I'm all jittery.
Mm-hmm. It's just a crash up and down.
It is.
If you're going to drink it, just wait on it. A lot of people think it's hard, but yeah, just save it for a little bit later in the day.
Totally.
You'll feel better.
Tea. I've been busting out the tea.
Yeah, that has significantly like a third of the caffeine, maybe, or something.
Tea? I believe
it still
so.
has caffeine. It still gets me, but it's more clean.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Like the green tea.
Do you take any supplements other than, like, do you take creatine?
I do. I take creatine.
Yeah,
I've been taking the creatine gummies. It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because it just pouring that chalky substance.
I hate, and it stays on the bottom of the glass.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to get all those crystally.
The gummies are easy. They taste good. It's like I'll put them in my hand, just eat them. It's just quick and easy.
Yeah.
So
Where do you get those at?
I order them online. I think the brand is called Create Gummies or something. They just auto ship to my house.
Yeah, that's a good idea because that other shit's nasty.
Yeah.
I'm about to whip Nate and have him start running with me and get and exercising with me because it's better to have a partner to train with. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Like that's why I wanted to go back down and link up with Brodie, and I want to start hitting shit. And because you told me, the more you hit a bag, the more you can strengthen your wrist right here and pack that in, right?
Oh yeah,
the calcium, everything.
Yeah.
Like no but not busting on it like you're trying to kill it, but just bap, like you're hitting the pads. Yeah. And that packs in your wrist, and then you go to get in a fight and you go to hit somebody, you don't tweak or break your wrist or.
Yeah, usually guys built like you are the most notorious for hand problems in boxing.
Oh yeah.
So the two types of guys that can usually punch the hardest are like the Samoan looking, thick ass legs, just real stout.
So you got to know, people like me got to know where to hit them at.
Or real lanky, kind of tall guys with a lot of reach.
Yeah.
But they also, because like the Samoan guy that says fucking 5'10", 300 pounds, that can just bang, his wrists are made for it.
Yeah,
but you see a lot of boxers that are like, same thing, tall and lanky, because they get the amount of force they create and the amount of length, and then when they hit stuff, a lot of wrist and hand problems for sure.
Yeah, so you got it, exactly, and I have that. So I noticed when we had a punching bag out here, and I would hit that a lot, and I noticed, it was a lot more strong and like worked in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then lately, like I went to go punch one and I tweaked my wrist a little bit because I hadn't been doing it.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. You got to just especially
slow. Yeah. Work it in.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially as you get older and stuff. That's where a lot of people get hurt. Even guys that are like 30s, 40s, because you remember yourself as like this athlete as a kid.
Yeah. You're slower.
Or you're doing sports.
Your mind's still fast.
So you'll explode a certain way, and then it's like a tendon rips or this and that. Like, it happens to a lot of guys. You're used to doing a certain strength, and it's like your mind moves that way, and your body just can't.
Totally. Slow's the new fast for me.
Yeah. So it really is. It's just that compound interest of just really building slowly and staying on it. Like, just little by little by little by little by little. And
it's good for even like if you're going to work the next day, carrying your bucket of tools, it's like building your wrist, packing it in, strengthening things. You could lift your boards better.
Play guitar better, probably.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, our bodies, you can't let them wither away.
No, you got to use it, man.
And then, like hygiene. You taught me some good hygiene, too. And I already forgot what you were saying, but like the bacteria, there's good bacteria on our skin.
Yeah.
And then there's bad. So like showering is a must, but all the things that they sell us, these chemicals, these aluminum, all that shit. Deodorant, body washes, all that shit's bad for you, man. Or antibacterial, like that stuff's killing off the good bacteria.
Yeah. It is just like everyone they're so scared about getting sick and stuff. It's like, it's same thing, just like we're talking about, just working out and getting stronger each day. Same thing with your body, with it's your immune system. It's slowly building. You need to expose. So you need that resistance so your body can get stronger. But everyone's so afraid of like germs and dirt and like I go to the gym now. Everybody every time is like coating the fucking machines with just like bleach and shit and like just hand sanitizer.
That's worse for you.
That's what I said. I won't. I refuse. I'm like, if
I don't go to gyms.
I won't fucking wipe down a machine. I tell people not to do it if I'm like waiting for one and they start. I'm like, you don't have to do that. But it's just because I noticed, because same thing with fighting, with grappling, with all this stuff. So like wrestling, jiu-jitsu, all this stuff, you're literally
staff
fucking
everywhere.
Yeah, there's all these kind of like ringworm staff, just different stuff that I've had most of over time. And so like when you first start, it was like overly conscientious of it and trying to stay extra clean. It's like after every practice, you fucking shower and wipe stuff down, and it would still like you occasionally get ringworm. Yeah. That's like one, or like there'd occasionally be staph outbreaks, there'd be different stuff. But it was like, I remember it really started hitting me when I started traveling overseas. It was like, I'm going to Thailand, and same thing, there'd be like outbreaks of different things in camp, like different skin stuff. But none of the Thais would get it. And they just wear their shorts and they lay on the rings. They lay on each other. They're sleeping on the fucking pads during the day. They're not showering every time in between. They're not using some crazy soaps. Same thing, I went to Brazil. We got done training one day. And it was like a lot of guys just hung their gis up. And I'm like, no one washes their gis? And they're like, no, they leave it out in the sun. And just no one was like worried about it. And I asked my buddy, I was like, what? There's no problems with ringworm? He goes, watch this. He started asking everyone in Portuguese, do you guys know what ringworm is? Only guys that have been to the United States knew what fucking ringworm was.
Whoa. Okay, so that's just like Columbus and bringing all that shit to the Americas or whatever.
Like the opposite, yeah.
No, 100%. So that's the crazy thing, is that over the years, and it's funny, and people, they look at me and they kind of like, I almost don't like saying it because it sounds gross, but I haven't used soap. I only use soap if I get blood or shit on me, like from hunting or something like that. I don't have soap in my shower. I don't have anything. Like, I haven't used fucking soap. Yeah,
you're telling me that, and that's where I learned that.
Probably 15 fucking years. I don't use
just the
deodorant.
warm water.
I just use fucking water.
Yeah.
Same thing. I don't take, like, same thing with the medications, with the different stuff. I'm just not worried about it. I don't really get sick. I don't, no one's ever told me I fucking stink or something. Like occasionally I'd be like, okay, maybe, like, especially it depends on my diet.
Yeah.
Like,
it's always the diet.
if my diet's really shitty and maybe I'm not active for a few days or something, then I'm working out. I'm like, okay, my armpit smells a little bit or something. But like, if I'm eating clean and like, it doesn't, it doesn't. So I don't use soap for
You've
fucking
mastered
shit.
your body.
Like,
you've trained, you mastered how your body functions.
And that's the thing with that is, ever since I stopped using soap, I've never got ringworm sense. I never got staph sense. I never got any kind of skin thing.
So I have to chime in and say something very important to the listeners.
That's so interesting.
I have to say something very important to the listeners right now. And you even said something and brought something up, and I was about to say it, and then you said something to like make it even better. But ladies and gentlemen, you got to go out into the sun and get vitamin D. You got to go into the sun, even at like in the morning or in the sunset. It's good for you to even look at it and to get it into your eyes. You know what I'm saying? Into your soul. So like
if
that
it's super
sun,
low in the sky,
when you're like germs, this, that, go outside in the sun, cook them off. The sun will cook your zits off your face and clear up your face from a breakout. Like, it's real simple. It's vitamin D. And then, okay, so Brodie was just mentioning they sat their geese up in the sun. You know what I mean? So it's the sun's cooking out that stuff.
Yeah, disinfecting all that shit.
It naturally. I mean,
they grew up, a lot of the guys, they grew up without all these special soaps or whatever. Their bodies are just strong enough. They're immune to it. They're not going to fucking get it.
Surfers out in the ocean, getting that salty water, and then that sun. They're some of the healthiest people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My grandparents were horrible. Well, I think it was even worse in the 50s and 60s.
Swimming
where they'd
hard through those
spray rat
waves.
poison on the cat to make
there's so much,
it not have fleas and
so many little things they use. Like, same thing. I haven't used sunscreen in forever.
Yeah, neither have
I. I disagree with sunscreen. That's the word. Hey, I put that on when that shit did get put on me. You can smell it come through your skin.
Yeah,
it's like it's toxic.
Yeah,
that shit is crap.
Yeah, just sit under a tree if you have light, fair skin.
Just pay attention. I mean, you don't want to get burnt.
Pores.
If you have to wear it and you're certain, like, your body will tell you kind of what you can take,
Yeah.
you know? And so just don't expose yourself too much. If there's days like you don't want to get burnt, if there's certain days where maybe you want to go use it because you have to be out in the sun.
Yeah.
I feel
But
like
overall-
sunscreen is giving a lot of people cancer.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think that more people have gotten cancer from sunscreen than the damn sun. Straight up.
Yeah, because I'll lay in the sun for hours on end.
I don't care
in the
what nobody
summertime.
says. That sunscreen gives
Get a little
people
burn,
cancer.
but like, yeah, I think
Especially the old days, the old sunscreen. Like maybe now they have some better sunscreens, a little more healthier for kids or
the
healthier.
kind that doesn't work in Hawaii.
Yeah,
that they
like
make
the
you
bug
use.
spray. You know, you got mosquito spray that's like whatever, and it doesn't work.
Yeah,
that still
totally.
bites your ass.
No, there's good ones that are. It's like I forget what it is, but it's real. Like you put it on and you look super white.
Yeah.
Like, it's I'm trying to think what natural chemical it is.
But it's
it
better
works
for
well.
you,
Yeah.
than
And then
putting
all
on
the
that.
kind we use here is
You're just gonna look
horrible
like a
for all the
goofball, that's
water
all.
life too.
Yeah.
It washes off and fucks up the fish. It's crazy.
Yeah, man, and that's another whole big thing that you just mentioned, bro. It's like that washing off into a pool in the river. It's like you're killing our river with that nasty
Yeah.
sun. Ew, you get in and you just see the oils come off of them.
That's why they passed the law in Hawaii where you have to use the kind that doesn't work.
You
That's-
get more.
that's-
You get
that's
some
good
more
for
tats
you.
of those new.
Sorry, which ones?
You get some more new tats.
No, I haven't got. I don't really got too much room
You're
left.
pretty much blasted from head to toe,
I
literally.
Pretty much got where my underwear is.
Yeah, that's it, huh?
I'm not tattooed for the most part.
Shit, brother. Yeah, I'm gonna be there soon. I got to finish my back, and then I'm gonna do camouflage legs.
Camouflage legs.
Yep,
Okay.
my legs are gonna be the army camouflage.
You don't have much more room on your front, do you?
Nah, I'm from my arm. I'm all blasted.
All taken up.
Yeah, no more room, and I don't think I want to do nothing to my neck.
Yeah.
But I had some ideas for my head, but everybody's like, "Don't do it."
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm already black. Actually,
Yeah.
who cares?
I mean, it's
being
2025
presentable,
also.
being able to throw on a suit, and there's nothing on my neck. There's nothing really popping out. I can still pull it off.
So just do what you want, man.
Yeah,
If you
totally.
have you a
I
calling
do.
to do it,
I
and it
do.
feels right, do it. If it doesn't,
I like to maneuver through all walks of life, though, and not, still be presentable or respectful. If there's a certain affair or something, go to it. Like I said, put on a suit and still look, not all thugged out.
Yeah.
And then I could just take my suit off and boom, I'm thugged out.
Yeah. Seriously.
Not thugged out at all, man. But anyway,
I got to use the restroom real
yeah,
quick.
you're good. So, shit, let's see here. Yeah, man, how about like being a dad these days, man?
I mean, it's a different role now because Layla's 15. She's super busy.
Fuck, I'm not looking forward to those days, bro.
So I haven't say it's not that bad. It's just it's like a different role. Like she goes to school a lot. She's with the dance team, so she's just real super busy. So
Yeah.
it's just making sure that she's where she needs to be. Like guide her, but it's
Guiding,
not.
yeah.
But it's not as like she's with her friends a lot on the weekends and stuff. So it's not. Yeah, it's kind of.
You're
like,
raising a good kid, though. I don't think you have to
stepping back.
worry too much about her.
Yeah, she's always.
You've done really good with her.
We've always got along super well. And
Yeah,
close, so.
and she trusts you. You've established all that, so and she knows that all these other people ain't gonna fool her.
Yeah.
Not for a second.
Yeah, she's
She's
a
a Farber.
We spent a lot of time. Same thing. I mean, I never took her to daycare when she was a kid. She was just with me all the time.
Plus, you got your mom in her life too, and
Yeah,
she was a
and-
teacher, and your dad, like
Yeah.
great grandparents too.
Yeah, her and my mom have become pretty close. So
Oh, yeah.
she does spend like a bit of time at my mom's house. She likes being over there. She likes to chill.
That's so cool. She has that motherly type woman
Yeah.
in her life.
That's why I always try and just if that's
Leaving
what she
them
needs
out,
at this
yeah,
point.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's just kind of changing the roles of like now I
Totally.
can kind of step back and maybe start focusing a little bit on the stuff that I want to do and get back because I spent a lot of time same thing traveling overseas doing
Yeah.
stuff that was maybe a little more dangerous where I really kind of stepped back from all that because I had to be present. I wanted to make sure that it was here and now I can maybe get back to getting a little bit more of that not fully in but
Oh, I got a good one. How about your dogs, man? Those are some beautiful dogs.
yeah
I know.
Yeah,
So
good.
you told me, am I right about the famous dog? What was the famous dog's name?
His name's Prague.
Prague.
That black pit bull that's online, the famous picture.
The famous picture of the black pit bull Prague.
In the snow.
In the snow. That is related to your dogs.
That I have the son from him.
You have the son.
Yeah, and then I have another dog would be the grandfather or something.
Gotcha. Wow.
Yeah.
And then you got the babies.
Yeah, I got 2 little mini.
Did you get rid of all of them?
Well,
All the pups?
So I just kept one of the pups. So,
Okay.
But I actually got back one recently. So the lady that I sold one to, she wanted to move to Asia, and she just couldn't take him with them. She was great.
The brothers are back together.
Yeah, but no, they can't be together.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
not,
that's
they're
like
not brothers. But,
they're not brothers. Okay.
But they will fucking kill each other.
Yeah.
Like, they were good, but then they've gotten a couple scraps, and now it's like it's death. It's on site.
That's why mine are separated.
It's not. Yeah, I can't put them together.
Yeah.
They will go for it.
It's the nuts.
Would you ever consider a late life nut removal?
No.
No, hell no. We don't believe in that shit.
I would
Nobody's
never. It's funny because
You can't neuter no Brody or no Doty.
I don't really have any beliefs on that, so
Let me ask you, Nathaniel.
yeah.
Would you like it if we cut your nuts?
No, not at all.
There we go.
That's the thing that's crazy to me. So I crop pit bull's ears. So, and I understand how people sometimes don't like it. It's really, to be honest, it's not necessary. Like some people are like, oh, it prevents whatever. It doesn't.
It just makes them look different.
They look fucking badass.
Yeah.
I don't like the floppy ears. Some people do. It's just like
Floppy ears can be a bad thing though too.
and that when they get in fights, they grab on them.
Yeah.
Like 100%. But it just is what it is. And I've seen, I've done the ears on a lot of dogs. I've only had an issue once where I honestly felt bad because they got infected. And I'm like, I did this to the dog. He didn't have to do it. But most other dogs, they don't fucking care. They're super tough. They do it when they're young. They don't really feel it. But but these people are like, oh, I can't believe you do that to a fucking dog. But then they're the first person like, oh, you should fucking cut off their nuts. It's like,
Oh
the
shit!
ears have nothing to do with your biology.
Like a can
Yeah.
of mace, baby.
You know, like it doesn't have anything. It's like the ears are spiked now. Dogs
Yeah.
don't care how they fucking look.
Totally.
Like it is 100% aesthetics for me, but it's like fuck it. But you would like
And it's just convenient.
you're gonna change the
I
hormones of this
personally,
dog.
Yeah.
and,
the only
like,
thing
it's
I
crazy.
don't like it, the idea of it on the dog's tail, because I know about what the tail does for a dog and the direction and the balance and all of that.
Yeah.
But that is not that type of dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those pit bulls are different. They're a whole different breed. They're it's like, yeah, dude. Like my wolves or whatever, or a lab or something. But do the pit bulls?
Just like if I ever have a boy, I'm not
They
getting
pretty
it
much don't have.
circumcised.
If you look at pit bulls, they pretty much don't have a tail. It's like a little stubby, little cute, little thin, little
they're
turtle
decent.
tail, man.
They're decent. They're fair though. Yeah. But yeah, we didn't dock the tails. But yeah, I always try and.
They're beautiful. Those are some beautiful dogs, man.
But the one I got back, she didn't dock the ears. So, the big boy, he's got his ears still.
They're probably huge now.
That one that I got back is an outlier. He's absolutely insanely big. He makes Canelo look small.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Canelo small?
It makes Canelo look small.
Damn.
Yeah.
I got to come over soon.
He's a fucking beast.
Hey, but I'm serious. Like, what's your time like, man? Because I'm serious. Like I have to be this new sober life of mine. I got this podcast, but this thing can drain me, and I'm switched to decaf. Like I noticed the more coffee I drink in these episodes I do. Same with Nate. We got to go unwind afterwards. Go on a walk. Go do something. He'll go home, and I'll go be here. And I want to get into like hitting the pads if that's cool with you. Whatever. Like even if I got to pay for your time, you know what I mean. I want to get involved and
You just have your own home
I do.
gym.
I want to. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He can train. Literally, that's what he does. You know what I mean. Who was the kid that you were training before?
I don't know. Several.
Yeah. Okay, so the one me and Dublin were coming over there, you had a guy over there.
I'm not sure.
Did he ever continue on, or do any of them continue on, or go into the boxing over there at T5 or anything like that?
No, not really. And I'm not trying to really make fighters per se.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a lot for someone. If they wanted to be a fighter, I would say, like, they could do some adjunct training with me, but you need to be at a gym with other guys with fighting. You need to
I
take
want
it
to start
super
off
serious.
with that little small stuff first, because just from scratch. And then I'm not trying to go and do anything with it. I'm just talking for fitness.
Would you say you have to be born with a certain type of body or not?
No. I mean,
Like someone like me could fight.
I mean, you kind of 100%.
I'll
so
whip you into shape, boy.
there's really good fighters with every body shape.
Yeah.
But there is obvious advantages to certain ones and certain things.
Most
So,
everybody's
for sure.
got a dog in them, bro.
Yeah.
You got a dog in you. You just don't, I could bring it out.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends though. But look at dogs and look at dog breeds. Some
That's
people are
true.
fucking pit bulls and some people are poodles.
Yeah.
True that, dog.
You know, like some people,
You
they're
said
never.
it best.
You could take a fucking poodle
We're not calling you
Yeah,
a
like
poodle.
I've
trade it.
never been in a fight
Yeah.
in my life.
and you could do whatever the fuck you
That's
want.
a good thing, Nate.
But it's
Yeah.
not going to
You don't
be
have a
fucking
record
pit bull.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's it just is what it is.
Yeah.
Personality.
But you could still make that fucking poodle be as badass as it is, or like everyone has certain fucking traits. Maybe some faster, slower, harder, fucking whatever.
Exactly.
So
Straight up. Oh, we got to put George Clinton dog song on. Sounds like the dogs. Hey, but just you start somewhere though, and you never been in a fight in your life, so maybe learning how to defend yourself's one thing. But it's a thing that I learned is I never wanted to fight. It was always like I had a fear of it. But that's the thing, man, is it comes naturally. You just don't know. It's like the ninja in you didn't know you have. And then like when you're in those positions, I don't know. My dad.
I've also been friends with people like your brother. If people picked on me, they would fight for me.
yeah, or just do like honestly, one of the best things is I recommend the most if people are like, okay, I want to train or have my kid do one martial art that would be the best. I always recommend Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah,
totally.
Because most of the time you end up kind of in a grappling situation, and that's the beautiful thing about like jiu-jitsu is
arm bars and
is it
chokes and all
can
that.
fuck your body up like with your neck and different injuries, but you're not getting hit in the head all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you don't want to necessarily put your son or whoever, and especially if the training they're not watched right, you don't want them getting a bunch of concussions and shit. But like you can go really hard grappling and hopefully not hurt each other too bad.
Yeah.
And you could get really good really fast. And then like with jiu-jitsu and stuff, you spend 3, 4, 5, 6 months training consistently. What you can do to a person who doesn't know what they're fucking doing, you can play with them like a child.
Wasn't the guy who invented it small?
Yeah, the Gracies were fairly small.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Hey,
so
you met the Gracies.
there's a ton of different ones for sure.
Wow.
Yeah. They have, all those guys have like so many fucking kids.
Yeah.
They would have like, the guy who's above, so the guy I got a black belt from, his instructor is a Gracie. And I think he was like the youngest of 20 or 21
wow.
boys.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so like they were fucking.
They've got an
They were
army.
going to work. Yeah,
Damn,
those
the
dads were doing work.
Gracie gang.
So yeah,
Is the grandpa still alive?
No, so I mean, depend on which grandpa.
Oh, yeah,
but,
okay.
But no, the main Elio, and then but there's
A bunch of-
there's different ones.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a ton of them.
That's crazy. What
That's
a
a
what a
trip.
family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super badass family. Yeah,
And most of them live in Brazil.
I mean, a
Or they're
lot
just
of
all
them.
around.
I mean, there's a lot in Brazil, but a lot of them moved to the States.
Yeah.
too,
Yeah,
'cause
they're all into fighting and all that stuff now, man. Teaching people all over the place.
teaching and doing different stuff,
Yeah.
and just business, and
Yep.
they've done
They're
done
big.
well for themselves.
Yep. So when you went over to you went to Brazil, what was Brazil like?
Oh, I love Brazil. Brazil's the fucking amazing.
So between Thailand, Mexico, and Brazil, which one was the best?
they're different spots.
Oh, Brazil? I
Like
think Brazil.
Brazil's amazing in different ways. Like I love the groups of like.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy because all my friends, like a lot of my best friends are Brazilian, and a lot of them though have moved to the States. So I have a lot of friends from Brazil that live in Texas now.
Okay.
And but it's like a group of guys that they still all hang out together like all the fucking time, and like dinners together, families together, like they're together, they're constantly. And like in South Brazil where I would go, like Florianopolis, which is there's all the, I think there's 42 beaches there and stuff. Like
Yeah.
the women are amazingly beautiful.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
tell. You do
like,
not have to tell me.
if you talk about, if you had to say the women, like I would 100% Brazilian over Thai. You know,
I would rather
But-
be a Brazilianaire than a billionaire.
yeah. And the ratio is crazy high too, women to men. And like that was the crazy thing about Florianopolis. It's like you
That's
get
a
there,
badass name.
is you go to like Subway and the girl making your sandwich is like a fucking supermodel.
I think I'm gonna move to Brazil.
I know, dude.
Or you go like to get a passport thing, like the DMV or something, and the girl's a fucking model. And you're like, go to the DMV here. Try and find a model at the DMV. You're like, yeah, no, it's insane. The beaches, the people, like, but it's also, it's a little bit dangerous, like place as well. You can't get around as easy as like Thailand. You just kind of get a motorbike. Your money goes super far. You can cruise around.
Dude,
they all have different. They all have different spots.
Is Thailand a lot safer?
Overall, for sure.
Yeah.
So
Thailand's a lot
Thailand's safer than Brazil?
Way safer.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about between Brazil and Mexico?
So Mexico, it depends on where you're at.
Yeah.
So Brazil's, it depends on where you're at.
I have no intention or need to ever go to Mexico. And people ask me why or what, and it's like, I just don't. After what I've heard, I would never. Well, I might go, but I would never take my children to Mexico ever.
Dude, I felt me and Layla were in Puerto Escondido. It was safer there than here, for
Really?
sure. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it just depends.
But like, same thing. Are you in Tijuana or like, are you in a border town where shit's
Isn't
going
the
on?
cartel just everywhere though?
It is, but if you're not in cartel shit, they leave you alone. If you're in that life, you got a problem. And sometimes there's some like out stuff, and then there's certain areas like Cancun and stuff where you got to watch out because there's different places. But a lot of the places, either if the cartel's not there or if they're there and they have a stronghold, they'll control it. They don't want people fucked with. It's not good for business. You don't want Americans killed. You don't want crime. Like you want things to just run smoothly and be good.
Okay.
And
It's
if you
all about
stay out
money,
of it, if you stay out of it, you're fine. But like you get caught in the middle of like, you know, same thing. One of these border towns, or you're in a different place where they're, you know, it could be an issue for sure.
Or like where that Mormon family was killed, they thought they were someone else.
Yeah, or like
Weird stuff happens.
But imagine if go to the wrong neighborhood in Detroit, St. Louis,
Compton.
Oakland, like
Even
that's close
fucking
to here.
Sacramento.
Like,
Oh yeah, go to Oak Park.
get fucked up real quick.
Yeah.
You know, so overall with that, like I would say where I was at in Mexico, like it was safer there than even here.
Okay.
I would let Layla walk around Puerto Escondido at night faster in where we were at in Puerto Escondido than I would in Grass Valley,
Okay.
for sure.
Crazy.
Have you been to the Yucatan, like, and done all that over there?
No.
No. I've heard that area is fucking rad. Where you can swim in underwater caves and shit.
I've seen those. Those look really beautiful, for sure.
So Brazil, what's the deal with Brazil then? That's not as safe as
So it is, but so that's the crazy thing too about Brazil. I have a little bit different experience because all my close friends in Brazil, they own like Club 38, which is the only and one of the top training facilities for gun. They train everyone in combatives and for guns. So it's like everyone I'm with carries guns. They're some of the best shooters in the fucking world, and like they're hooked in with Bobby, Tigre, all the like stuff. So I mean, it's a big difference when you're going around with everyone that's a black belt and they're carrying guns and they know how to use them well.
Yeah.
And different stuff. And it's the same thing. It's like, hey, don't go here or don't go here, you know, and stuff. And it's just like, they know where to, I'm not going there and just walking around like an idiot, not knowing where to go, you know?
Yeah.
And also we're not in like different areas of Sao Paulo or in like Rio and different times. It can get pretty fucking dangerous, or you don't go in the favelas and different stuff like that. But it's same, just like anywhere. If you stay in your lane, you stay away from certain things.
Yeah.
You're not in the mix of it.
Yeah.
You're pretty much fine.
Okay.
So
I want to travel so bad, and one day I hope I get to. I want to
Yeah,
go.
my ex-wife was half Puerto Rican, and I went to Puerto Rico twice. It sounds kind of similar to Puerto Rico.
So I think my brother went along. I think Blaine went years ago. Yeah.
That's a cool area.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of Americans are moving there. There's a lot of good
Yeah.
incentives and tax breaks, and you get a lot. Your money goes far.
Yeah,
I know,
totally.
like the Paul brothers, I think have spots there, like Jake Paul and Logan.
Puerto Rico, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
Shout out Puerto Rico.
yeah.
So where else you been?
Shit, I've been, all over Asia. I spent a lot of time in Japan, Cambodia, Singapore, Malaysia. Kind of all over that area. And then down, like we're talking, you know, Mexico, Costa Rica, Brazil. spent a lot of time. I'm in Canada.
You ever been to Ireland or Scotland?
No, I haven't spent too much time in Europe, or I haven't really spent any time in Europe.
Okay.
So I've stuck with like the Americas, like going down from here, and then a lot of time going around Asia. It's like a lot of time in Thailand, couple months in Japan, a little bit of time in like Cambodia, a little bit of time in Singapore, a little bit of time in Malaysia, different stuff like that. So.
Right on, right on.
What's Singapore like?
Singapore's cool. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an interesting place. I mean, it's considered like one of the cleanest cities.
Yeah.
There's no like.
That's crazy.
There's not really any crime there. It's not like you spit out your gum, it's like a $300 fine
Yeah.
or something.
Damn.
Like, I remember when I got there the first time, because do you remember when we were kids? There was a story of that American getting
I was
caned
just
in public.
thinking about that. Yeah,
Right?
and Weird Al did a song about it.
Okay, so yeah, he was like, he got caught. I think he stole the neighbor's car or something, and they caned him for it. And they put it on the news,
I
and it
think
was this
he
big
was
thing.
tagging. I think he like
Really?
tagged at some
Okay.
like a maybe I don't know. So he did something not that
in
big
my
of a
head, he
deal.
was joyriding, but it could have been. And so I remember asking the cab driver when I first got there. I was like, because that was my only reference point to Singapore. I was like, what's the least amount of thing you could do to get caned here? And he was like, let me think about it for a sec. We were driving. He goes, see that guy over there? He's selling like fake or whatever cigarettes, like not the
Counterfeit ones.
whatever they were. He was like, he can get caned. And I was like, okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
So cane, what does that mean? Like literally
They
cane?
literally like
Like a walking
bring
cane?
you up and they'll fucking
Beat
whip
you?
you in the back with some fucking cane. Like
Oh,
you have
fuck.
20 lashings or something like that.
in the middle of like a public square.
Yeah. Like
Well,
straight
you
up.
know, they used to take, in Italy, the thieves, if they caught a thief, they'd cut the thief's hand off and put him in the town square for everybody to see him.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think they should start putting
Bring
heads
some of
on
that
stakes.
back. Well, I mean, we should make some examples out of people, but the thing is now the recovery side of things is if you look into it far further, it's better to help people get clean and sober and get on the right track
Than to cut their hands off.
Or no. Some people do need worse than that,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you know, like, you go to jail. I think it's ridiculous that we pay so much money. I've been in one of those prisoners in a prison cell that taxpayer, it's like me, like some people, like I've never done anything that crazy, but there's rapists, murderers, real bad pieces of shit on this planet that we should not be wasting all our money on for them
No.
to have 3 hots and a cot. They should be stoned like the old days, get them out of here, because they're never going to have a better, come back from that. We're not going to accept rapists back into society or all that type of shit. You know what I mean? Just like, so basically that sucks because there's common sense and we're not using our common sense anymore. I mean, the people that are in charge can't even have a boss telling them they can't do something and it's just all down the, and then who's really in charge? Who's really running our country and running the world? It's like, duh. The rich, elite, powerful people with all the money and power behind the doors,
Yeah, but it's crazy how probably such a small number, and if they literally just rounded those people up and put their heads on stakes,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be that hard to fix.
And people would learn from that, and you wouldn't go do all these fucked up things because you know what would happen to you. Yeah, you would know what would happen to you. That's why you wouldn't do it.
It's like how Dubai is and Singapore and these places. Like you could leave anything you want on a fucking, you leave your keys in the car. No one's going to take it. Same thing. It's not worth losing your hand. It's not worth whatever. And it's, super safe, clean. Yeah.
See,
nice
I
areas.
love that. And that's why there's certain things like you discipline your child, lions, like there's a big lion daddy laying down on the ground and his 3 cubs are fucking around on him, playing on him. And one of them pokes him in his eye, bam, swat you and send you flying and let out a little roar. And that little sucker's going to learn from that, So people are just, there's a lot of shitty things going on. Some people do need their ass whooped.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
And some people need more praise.
Yeah. And
Some
some
people that are doing good need praise.
Yeah. And,
Fuck, man.
well, I figure that the cops out there too, it sucks because they can't even really do the full potential of their job anymore.
Yeah, that whole everything is just weird with the police and stuff. And then they're just no one wants to do it. They're just hiring the worst, and then it just perpetuates worse. So you get these you know, these turds as fucking cops. They're out of shape. It's like any ad you see, it's like a fat guaranteed. Like every time an ad pops up, it's like buzz cut, overweight. It's like, because that's the only ones that want to come do the job. They're going to get the power. It's like, should get paid more. Most of the time should be training. They should be like super badass. Also,
and gentlemen,
more, let them
ladies
train.
and gentlemen, yeah,
Like,
be polite with people.
Yeah.
Good with talk. Oh, hey, I'd like to say,
get these low level people that are
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll take the 40 grand a year and I get some power. And it's like
teachers too.
I gotta say a positive thing. I was at Condon Park in my truck one day, and I saw these two female GVPD officers, and I was really impressed with them because there was this crazy dude up in the woods back in the way, like disturbing kid playing basketball and this and that. And they, you know, they didn't go up there and go get crazy on him or tackle him or nothing, but they gave him some space and talked to him. And I watched them talk to him like human beings, and they talked to him, and he calmed down, and then they all walked off. He didn't walk off in handcuffs. I thought that was pretty cool. Being more human and more like, instead of being a hard ass, like tough pricks, you know, that never works when you're a jerk, or it never works. So I was impressed with those. I don't know who those officers were, but that was pretty cool how they dealt with that guy.
You know what I saw?
see a lot more of that, and just working with people. Probation rolled up on me and Nate yesterday. We were flying the drone, and we were just getting ready to put the drone away, and we were getting in the car, and right then I seen my PO pull up. I was like, oh, got out, said hi, and it was the coolest thing ever to just chat with them like that.
Yeah, they were cool.
They're super nice, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm
were you
seeing
gonna
a
say?
change versus what we grew up with, man. That was the worst force ever.
Yeah, it also depends. Like, I have a couple of friends that are, like, I have one friend, a Brazilian, moved out to Oklahoma, like, joined the military. He's the head sniper. Like, he's a badass motherfucker. Legit guy. I have another friend that's down in Orange County that does sex crimes and different stuff that, you know, busting those people. And it's like, but just like some of them is super good, but the level of them is just fucking low. And it's like the things that, like, same thing. This might not sound like a big deal, but it was a super big deal. It just shows how fucked up it is. Like, a couple days ago, I'm at Briar Patch, and I see one of the overweight sheriffs, okay? And I see her walk out and get into her, she's in uniform, carrying a gun. She's parked in the disabled spot, okay? Not in her on-duty car or whatever. I don't know if she just got off. But she's got a permanent disability license plate. And then she's parked in a fucking disabled spot. It's not like there's an emergency and she pulls up and she's working. She's getting a fucking sandwich or something. She's getting food. So she's going to take a disabled spot from someone that could come up. And if she's disabled, she's disabled. Like, but she shouldn't be working as a fucking sheriff. She shouldn't be out there trying to protect people or acting like, if she can't do her job, if she can't walk from the back of the fucking parking lot into Briar Patch and buy her lunch, like, she shouldn't be a fucking sheriff. Like, so she's that weak that she has to park in the front and be disabled. Like, then she shouldn't be doing that fucking job.
Yeah, some people, I'll just say, as far as that goes, like, fitting the description, like, for example, I feel like this podcast is perfect for me and Nate, and but like some people couldn't do this, or have, like, say somebody beat me to it and they had a Welcome to Grass Valley podcast. It probably wouldn't take off unless they knew a lot of people like I do and this and that. I'm good for the job is what I mean. Mm-hmm. And I know that there's jobs for everybody. And there's some people that just don't fit the description, especially like, yeah, well, if there's a matter going on, how about this? There's a Project Heart Christmas party the other night, and my brother Jim Amaral, he was ex-GVPD, and he came up and was doing a speech about this gentleman that went and did a speech right after him or before him. And this dude is huge, bro, like huge. And he was just talking about when he was an officer, and it was funny because he was like, yeah, this guy, when we got to show up to see that it was you, yeah, we just turned around and made a funny joke of it, right?
Yeah.
But like, and Jim's a fit, Jim's a fit dude, like, but it's like that, like how we got to have people training, knowing, you shouldn't be able to get a job up in the jail either with certain people if you're a brittle little guy that they could take you over or whatever, what I mean?
The thing is, not a lot of people want to do the job because they're not paid enough.
Yeah, I know.
And then they're not trained enough, so it's like, Yeah, there should be free gym memberships and jujitsu training and arms training and stuff because you want to mitigate. Same thing, like why are bouncers big? Because they don't want fights. You want the big guy that prevents most of the fucking shit because they're big. You don't want this little guy. Or the same thing. I was at Cornish Christmas on Friday, and same thing. I saw GVPD, and I don't really know, but they had a bunch of like teenager looking little boys like in uniforms. I was kind of shocked. It was like, I don't know if they're great or not, but they looked very small and
Straight
very
out
young.
of high school.
And I was like, holy shit, talk about not intimidating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worse, if it's the sheriff's department or the GVPD with like unintimidating fucking people. It's like, it doesn't help. Like,
yeah, like I bet, okay, so there's something to say about that. My whole life, I've always been, you too, we've been not brainwashed, but trained and grew up like, don't snitch, don't be a rat, don't tell nobody. Like I grew up watching mobster movies, The Casino, Goodfellas, this and that, you name it, all of them. There ain't a gangster movie I haven't seen or me and my buddies didn't grow up watching. It's our favorite movie at the time. And we learned a lot of things from those movies, like that loyalty, that family. So we've had a lot of this kind of crummy shit embedded in our head. Like I'm a mountain man from Grass Valley out here in these woods. I'm not a gangster. I'm not a thug. I'm not a gang member or none of that type of stuff, or even an outlaw. Like, I mean, I'm just a dad, but like, yeah, it's just, I forgot where I was going with this, but the whole just bring me back, Nate.
Yeah, I think we're just talking about right people for the job.
So like rap. So like I've just been raised that way. And finally, the other day, like I said, I did my first citizen's arrest, and this tweaker woman was breaking in. I'm sure you.
I think you saw. Yeah.
So look, I'm up here in my house, and I'll get to what I'm saying. But my neighbor called me, and he wasn't sure if it was the crazy neighbor's daughter or something. So he called me like because he wasn't home, and she's on his camera going through his Subaru, already breaking into his car. And it's broke down, so he said she couldn't steal it or nothing. And he goes over the microphone through the camera and says, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing, this and that? Like, who are you? And she's like, will you open up your house for me? So the sheriffs have taken... So anyways, I go down there and I don't see anybody, but there's dogs barking everywhere in the neighborhood. And so she was going door to door, door to door. If you had dogs, she passed you up.
Yeah.
If you were home, she passed you up. She went into Sheriff Arbaugh's old house. She went across the street to this house. She was going to every single house trying to get in. And she was wearing black hoodie, black sweats, this and that. She tried to attack my truck once she seen me taking her picture. And she tried to rip the door open. And I had to back my truck up in reverse the whole way while I was on the phone with dispatch. And then they came in and they cornered her. And I'm just going slowly, waiting for them to arrive. And then, boom, they got out and went. I thought she was going to get shot because she had something in her sweatshirt. But anyways, so like I'm just coming through this thing like, okay, am I going to go out and shoot and kill somebody and go to prison protecting my daughter, or am I going to call the cops and hold them accountable, have them hurry up and get out there? Now, in a certain situation, you never know what could happen. But like my point is a lot of people are ruined, just like they ruined God's name or this name or that name. Like, so a lot of people don't want to be a cop. Like there would be a perfect cop and do a good job at it. So nobody's wanting to do the job. Yeah. And the people that would be great at the job that are scared to do the fucking be brave, get up off your ass and go do that job, would do great at helping people and be, already doing it. Just like, I think I would even be a good police officer.
You know who I always respected and I liked that we kind of grew up with that became a cop that I saw at the fair was Greg McKenzie.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, he was like a legit like Boy Scout, good fucking guy,
dude,
good kid.
He came up on me right on Greenhorn one day years ago when I was on probation, and I had a big old ounce of weed on me, and they were looking for me. I had a warrant, and he was off duty, and he said, do you got anything on you or this and that? I said, yeah, I got some weed on me. And he could have waited there and told them to come. He said, go walk up that. And it was Mac Boyle. It was right there by Greenhorn. I walked up that road and stashed it under a rock, came back down, and he was gone. And then I just walked walked back into town and ended up getting pulled over. But
Yeah.
But my point is, he's a good dude.
Same thing. He ended up, because Nevada County is so woke, all the good guys have gone to Placer. And I've had conversations with, same thing, grew up with different cops from there, or the wives or the families and stuff. And it's like, they've pushed the good ones to Placer.
I know a lot of good officers in this town.
He went to Placer because, and also I think it kind of sucks probably pulling up on people and realizing they're kids you grew up with or different stuff. So my
sons played baseball with my brother Jesse's sons, and there's Russell. My brother went to
dated his sister for a long time.
Went to high school. I got Jim. I got a lot of, and you know what? I go up into I'm going to court and whatnot, but I go up into the courthouse. So I'm in the courthouse. I'm in probation. I'm dealing with these people hands on, and they're amazing, and they're dealing with people like with Project Heart and stuff like that. And I was a juvenile, and it was a nightmare, bro. I used to cry. I was suicidal. I thought about killing. I did not want to go to juvenile hall, and I'd quit smoking weed. With my mom would get me to quit smoking weed, and so I wouldn't go back and violate. But I could never pee for them. I had shy bladder syndrome.
Yeah.
And so they would violate me anyways, and I'd be in juvenile hall every other day, 30 days. I'd just be in and out for nothing. Nothing. And it was like, I didn't believe in, like, what's God doing to me? Like, this is evil. This isn't right. So I remember that, and that was really hard times for me. And then we finally fought with a lawyer and found out that it's pararosis or something. Like, if you and me are outside right now, I got to go pee outside on a tree, I'll pee just fine. But if there's a PO staring at me, over me, watching me, wait, my dick's blocked. It's locked. Sorry. There ain't no key opening it till you get the hell away from me. And so that the doctors, we went through all this
I've
doctor
had that happen
stuff.
to me for sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I get the tested with the oral thing. But anyways, so I know a lot of good officers, and it's changed. It's changed, dude. They want to see people doing better and getting help, and like, you know, I get along. But yes, there's the good and the bad. There's the shitty ones that ruin it for everybody. There's the good ones, and it's just like people and anything.
Yeah, we just need to pay them more and require more of them with that money.
Well, I like what you just said. We're starting out a lot of stuff. Like Brodie just said it right there. We need to have, I mean, they got to train. They got to know what their job is. I mean, what if the cartel moves into town and there's some gun shoot off or something, or there's something going on? What are you going to do to protect our kids or the school or whatever?
Most of them they can't shoot. They're out of shape. And same thing, it escalates situations. If you're confident, if you know how to handle yourself, you can handle things and you can handle people, and you're not going to get mad. If you're scared,
use your gun.
And if they're big and scary, and
you might shoot someone.
Exactly, you're going to shoot somebody that could have just been talked down by this guy that's in shape, just like being scared, like going for a gun. It can escalate things. It's just not good. It's just fucking how it is.
And it goes just like with therapy, like. Therapist, for example, like I have an amazing therapist, but Ryan, could not have just any therapist.
Yeah.
Like how am I, with my crazy life and all the experiences I've had and you had, go to a therapist that just got out of NU and was a nerd and just studied by the books and this and that and goes by the books? No, I have a therapist that has lived a life that is just like a totally amazing woman. So like it just goes like that, bro. It's the same thing with anything. You can't really go work for the Friar Tuck's or the Owl or a fancy restaurant if all you've been doing is flipping burgers. You know what I mean? If you come straight from Burger King. You know, and a lot of people are need help and need that, so we suffer and we go with the whatever.
Well,
so
for whatever reason, also with me, like when I go to therapy, I want a woman therapist because I'm more comfortable talking to a woman about my feelings than a man.
And there's good ones out there, but it's like step your shit up, y'all, and you know, we need some more police officers. We got a new group of kids coming up in this town. We need some more like.
Good teachers,
good teachers, good this, good that. Don't be afraid to go be a police officer. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a police officer. That changed. I wanted to be an actor or a police officer. I mean, even my mom said that when I was little. But we could give people a bad name, and people can ruin it for everybody else. So I don't know. I agree with a lot of that stuff. And then I'm trying to work on myself because, to be honest, I agree with most of it. It's just like I've been that guy for so long. I've got to turn the leaf over and do something different with my life.
Yeah.
And try to be positive and this and that. But man, just don't,
Not
guys,
drinking, I think,
don't
is
be
the
fooled.
big one.
Yeah, but don't be fooled for a second. I snap out and freak out still. I got anger problems still. You know, I just don't bring it to other people.
Yeah, it's a process, man.
You might hear me over there at your house, in my house sometimes, right?
I'm not gonna lie, sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty good barrier.
But
with
my
those
daughter,
trees.
it's not my daughter. My daughter ain't in here. She's either at school or not here because I let some stuff out in my house, and then I'll come outside and go, fuck. I wonder if. And really, my parents are my neighbors. But those new neighbors over there,
They probably
think I'm crazy.
Although I think that's like a retirement thing for them, and they're only there sometimes.
Yeah, I've already greeted them, and they got to know me.
Acoustics are weird. You never know how like sound carries.
Yeah.
I have a neighbor lady though. The only person that you can kind of see from where I'm at. She lets her husband rip sometimes. I'm like,
yes.
oh man,
we
poor guy.
got one over here
I'm like,
for sure.
Oh, do you need some help, buddy? Yeah.
That's how I felt about this guy down here for a little bit.
Check this out, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So all these topics we've been on lately, check this out. So guess where Brodie? I don't want to give up your spot like too much, but he lives right there, dog, on the mine.
Oh,
like as
crazy.
kids, they used to play in the mine.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You want to tell us any cool little mine stories about that before we wrap this up?
The only thing I think of is how dangerous it was.
You guys were playing around on all that
just fucking
crazy shit.
throwing shit down mines, seeing how far, and just like jumping our bikes over them and just hopping over them, and just it wasn't a big deal, but just a little
could
wrong
have been
move or
bad.
something.
Did
Yeah,
you hear
it could
that?
be real bad.
They used to jump their bikes over these fucking
yeah,
mines. You guys are crazy as hell.
Dude.
Yeah, but no,
You
we
and
just,
Donovan in the older grade level, like Nick and all, you guys were definitely wild.
Yeah,
You guys were
definitely.
nuts. And you come from that different little era, like Donovan with his race car, like driving, and you with all your shit. You guys did. You had a little more of a, and then it just with me and Blaine, it was just like alcohol. We got into the weed and the alcohol,
Yeah, more
or
of
the
that stuff, yeah.
not drugs, but yeah.
Damn, well, it was nice meeting you, man.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you for
Let's
coming
do
all
it.
Yeah,
the way
we'll
out
have to
here.
have you back on for sure.
Anytime.
Yep. Thank you, big brother.
It's been fun.
Yeah. Anything else you got? You got anything you want to promote or send shouts out to, or
Social
anything you want to
media.
establish?
You know, not really. Just happy to show up and help you guys out.
Thank you, brother.
Always,
Hell yeah.
Always willing to do it.
Oh, it's a
So,
blessing, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, no, like I said, I'm proud of you. I look up to you, always have, and in a good way too. And you know, hopefully I can get over there with you and start doing a little lightweight training. I'm not asking you to train me to go fight people because I don't want none of that. I just want to get in shape.
Yeah, no, it's
You
important
give
to
me
be in shape and
yeah.
know how to do
Let's
it
get
if
in
it
shape.
comes down to it.
Might even see us running Bennett, right? Oh, one more
don't
thing.
run.
What happened to that Army truck you had?
Oh, the Hummer? I
Yeah.
got it.
You still got it?
Yeah, I got the H1. Yeah.
So you got any plans with that? You keeping it or you want to sell it?
No, I'm probably keeping it. So it has 2 batteries. It's and I switched them out, and then it was
Unless I
batteries
get
were-
rich and come up here with a nice chunk of money, huh?
I mean, yeah.
Anyways, keep going.
But yeah, no, just plan on building it up.
That
and doing
thing's
it. Yeah.
sick.
It is cool. Yeah, it's a super.
Is
I
it
saw
an
you
old
mobbing
one?
It's not that old. It's a 2009.
Oh, cool.
So
Nice.
but they don't change all that much.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think it's older, but I mean, 2009 is kind of old, but for those,
It's
I mean,
not,
It doesn't
yeah.
have that much
Is that
mileage on it.
it's chopped off like convertible or like you got a
AMG, so they don't. So I mean, they have the hard top bulletproof ones, but yeah, that's what I'm going to do. It had like a soft top and a cover, so I pulled that off. I'm going to get a new cover and do some different stuff to it
Nice.
to have it more like a kind of old school, Broncos with I think I'm going to do half doors.
Yeah.
Something
You
like that.
remember that movie back in the day, China Beach, or that show?
China Beach? No.
The way life used to be. You remember that show? Anyways, it was a military show, like Vietnam or whatever.
China Beach? No.
Yeah. Anyways, there's the beginning of the show, and the dudes in the Humvee. It reminded I seen you mobbing down Bennett,
Yeah.
and you had your shades on, and you're mobbing that thing around the corner, and I was like,
Yeah.
damn. I want that fucking thing bad.
Yeah, no,
Everybody knows I want a camo Hummer.
it's cool.
Okay, well, hell yeah.
Well, he's
Yeah.
actually tried talking me out of it, and other people have too. But
I mean, it depends. I mean, it's fucking like, I mean, maybe 10 miles to the gallon.
Yeah.
But they made it so anyone can fix them. I mean, that you want to take a 19-year-old Marine, throw them out in the fucking whatever, and
Yeah.
have them be able to fix it. So they're pretty easy. They'll run forever. But I mean, to drive it around and to have like the fuel mileage, and it's pretty loud. And I mean, and everybody thinks it's fucking cool, except for my daughter. She fucking hates it.
well, I don't think. I think I want mine so that I can just go everywhere in town, and if I need to go out of town, I just take my commuter.
People will
Have it,
follow
yeah.
you. They'll stop. They'll ask for pictures, like anywhere from like skateboarder kids will
you're
wave
gonna
at
sell
you
that
to
shit
cops
to me, right, bro?
fucking anybody.
You know you're gonna sell that shit to me, dog.
I mean, if the price is right.
Hey, you hear that, everybody? Anybody that loves this podcast and wants to send me some money so I could buy Brodie Farber's Hummer that for Christmas? That's what I want for
We'll
Christmas.
set you up a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
I'm not joking either. You want to buy me this Hummer for Christmas, please? I would love that.
It's cool, man. They're cool.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Hell yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Anything else?
No, I think that's good, man.
Nice.
All right, y'all. Have a great day. We love you.
Love you guys. See
All
ya.
right, peace.
Peace.